Good afternoon. My name is John, and this is the Homestead Diary. Fear makes the world go round. Have you noticed that? It can be the smaller things. I'm afraid of heights, or I'm afraid of hurting myself, or, smaller personal things. And then it expands out to fear of others. And I don't mean threat of violence, I mean fear of others' approval. And that seems to be extremely important, especially through middle school, high school, to some extent college. Although most people that go to college kind of break free of that sort of stuff within a year or so. But it seems like for a lot of people, that never really goes away. I mean, I do have certain ideas of what I'd like people to think about me, but at the end of the day, if my wife and my children approve of me, and I'm doing things in accordance with the scriptures, such that my Maker approves of me, I don't care what the rest of the world thinks. And it's interesting to watch other people live their lives attempting to manipulate others through fear. It can be frustrating, it's annoying, but it doesn't really change how I live my life, other than for me to say, go away. If you want to fearmonger, if you want to act in such a way that's against my interests, whatever those interests might be, know that you are also acting against your interests, because I want nothing further to do with you. And that doesn't mean that I won't honor agreements, because I am a moral person. And when I give my word about doing something, I'm going to do it. That doesn't end the agreement. But what it does end is it ends the desire for friendship with that individual or groups of individuals. It ends the sense of obligation beyond the simple stated, I agreed to do this. And that puts you, the person who might be trying to fearmonger me or do something to me or to my family, in a very difficult position. Because whereas before there might have been open communication, now there's none. Why? I try to reach out, but if the person is afraid of the consequences of what they may have done, they're afraid to reach out. And maybe the people that have done wrong in the past just might look at this video and get some insight into how their actions and their fear of what others think about them is hurting their lives, is really creating very severe damage to the relationships of those around them. And it's an odd thing when someone professes loyalty, but then is unable to maintain that loyalty simply because they're hanging out with a different group of people for a little while. It's really scary. It makes you wonder how strong they are, maybe even how intelligent they are. I don't know. I mean, what makes a person bow so quickly to pressures when the pressures aren't even real in regards to any sort of a physical threat? You would think that a person should be able to stand strong and stay true to what it is that they profess. But fear manipulates them. And I believe that people will allow that. I don't think people welcome it, but they're afraid to stand up to it. Maybe people will change someday, but I don't think so. I mean, fear is what has allowed governments to manipulate people. It manipulates people into buying crap that they don't need with money they don't have. It's sort of a constant thing. And you have to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to allow people to fearmonger me into reacting. I'm going to maintain positions of strength so that when people come at me, I don't care, because they don't matter. I hope that this has been of value to you. And I hope that if you like what you heard and you'd like to hear more, keep me in the comments below. Let me know what you think. And maybe like, subscribe, and share. It certainly helps us get the message out to people who need it. This is John with the Homestead Diary. Have a blessed day.